What's the pettiest thing someone's ever taken seriously? So my friend Mark has one consistent personality trait, being late. Not just 5 minutes behind, late. I mean the kind of late where you start wondering if they've been kidnapped or joined a cult. The kind of late that makes you say, we should tell him it starts an hour earlier and you're still cutting it close. We've all accepted it. It's part of who he is. We even made group chat bets once. Over or under 17 minutes late today. It's practically a game now. So when we made plans to meet at this brunch spot, yes, brunch, because we are grown adults who enjoy overpriced eggs, I showed up at 10:55, assuming he'd stroll in around 11:20, probably mid-apology with a smoothie in hand. But no, at 11 o'clock on the dot, Mark walks through the door like he's in a punctuality commercial. I blink. The waiter blinks. The universe blinks. So naturally, I say wow, early for once. 3 words, not yelled, not sarcastic, just stated, like a news headline. Mark freezes mid-step like I just slapped his grandma. He sits down, looks at me and goes, you didn't have to say that. I laugh, thinking he's joking. He's not joking. He says, I'm trying to improve and now I feel judged. Sir, it was a comment, not a TED talk. I say, it's just funny. You're usually late. It's not a crime. He says, yeah, well, people can change, you know? Okay, Gandhi. Sorry for acknowledging your evolution. We eat brunch. It's weirdly silent. I keep trying to make conversation like, these eggs are good, right? And he just nods like I insulted his lineage. After the meal, he says, I think I'm gonna head out. I go, cool. See you Friday? He says, yeah, maybe. What is this, a breakup? I watch him leave, thinking he just needs to cool off. Nope. Man goes full radio silence. Doesn't reply in the group chat. Doesn't like any memes. Nothing. I text him 3 days later. You okay? No response. Another day passes. I send, if this is still about the early comment, blink twice. Nothing. Then someone else in the group posts a photo of Mark hanging out with new people. Strangers. Like a betrayal montage. One guy in the photo is wearing Crocs with socks. That's how I know Mark's spiraling. Finally, he texts back. One sentence. I just didn't appreciate being called out in front of others. Mark, there were 2 waiters and a ficus. No one else was even listening, but fine, I apologize. I say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I was just surprised. You were on time. It was impressive. You know what he says? Thanks. I was. And I left the house early too, but it doesn't matter now. Sir, you sound like you just survived a betrayal in a historical drama. At this point, I'm done groveling. I send one final message. Okay, but for real, do you want brunch again Friday? He replies, as long as you don't bring shame to my punctuality. Mark, it's brunch, not the Olympics. We meet up again. He shows up 12 minutes late. I say nothing, but I did take a photo of the timestamp and sent it to the group chat later titled, Nature is Healing. Now here's where things go from petty to positively Shakespearean. 2 days after radio silence, one of our mutual friends, Jake, texts me. Dude, what did you say to Mark? I reply, I told him he was early. Jake replies, oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Apparently Mark had been texting the group privately, saying things like, it's hard trying to grow when people only see who you were, and punctuality is personal. I didn't realize I was dating this man. I just wanted eggs and vibes. Another friend, Mia, tries to smooth it over by starting a group poll called, was the comment rude? 4 votes for no, 1 abstain. Mark left the poll. Then the group chat devolves into a full-blown analysis. He's clearly projecting. Wait, does this mean he won't come to game night? By Thursday, someone posts a meme of a digital clock that says, Mark's arrival time unknown. No response from him. I decide to make peace. Again, I send Mark a text that says, hey, if me being surprised you arrived like a functioning adult felt like an attack, I'm sorry. Next time, I'll act like you've been early since birth. No response. Instead, he changes his Instagram bio to, growth is silent. Mark, he's now acting like he's in a breakup album rollout. At this point, I've been ghosted over a punctuality joke. So I do what any normal person would do. I write a full timeline of the incident and send it to the group chat. Day 0. Mark arrives on time. Miracle. Day 0. Minute 1. I acknowledge reality. Tragedy. Day 1. Mark retreats into emotional bunker. Day 3. Mark joins new brunch friend group with loose footwear morals. Day 5. I begin crafting this documentary. Eventually, Mark breaks the silence with a text that says, I think I'm ready to talk. We were never fighting. We meet up at a coffee shop. He sits down like we're mediating a custody battle. I half expect a therapist to join us. He says, I just want to be seen for who I'm becoming. I go, then don't be late to that version of yourself either. We both laugh, kind of. By the end of the coffee, things are normal again, until the barista calls my name and says, wow, early for once. Mark freezes. I nearly choke on my scone. He slowly turns to me and says, did you pay them to say that? I say no, but now I wish I had. To this day, anytime someone arrives early, no one says a word. I say, don't you dare. I don't say a word, but I do raise one eyebrow just high enough to make him twitch. Some people need validation. Others need Wi-Fi. Mark, he needs complete silence and a safe space to arrive at exactly 11:02 a.m. And honestly, I respect it, but I'm still printing that brunch receipt with the timestamp and framing it.